Why has that gone right up the top of the... fuck off. Right, Munch-mania. I don't think it's going to load. Tape wasn't rewound, and where the tape was exposed looked a bit mash up to me. But who knows, sir? And it's a small program, but it's also a fast loader, so. There's also no loading screen to load in. So yes, we're on the games I used to have, and we're loading them from tape again. And well, looks like we're going to have to quit smoking whether we like it or not. That's the end of that one. Just as there's a first, there's also a last. So, yeah, I don't know about this. There's no stripy lines or nothing. Is this right? It's a strange Mastertronic loader. Maybe it's one of their first turbo loaders. Now I've lost a copy of Chiller, maybe 2 copies actually. I did buy 2 from eBay about 4 years ago. I've only found one of those because I did have this thing where I'll just buy different versions of Chiller and see which ones were the ones with the decent music. Yeah, not much to say really. We've beaten a pandemic, but not if you're a smoker. If you're a smoker, it'll kill you, mate. That's the end of that discussion. Do anyway. I got no idea if this is loading, and we ain't got the C64 plugged into the hi-fi at the moment, so I'm not putting the volume up. Can't remember if it has like loud music at the start. So, you know, I don't think I'm going to go to the shops for 6 months except to get cat food. So, to be honest, I don't like going out anyway. There's no reason. Oh, it did load. Amazing. Let's rewind it to the side that loaded. Maybe the damaged bit was on the standard Commodore loader. Volume, there is volume actually. Ah, it's really fast. So it's not going left anymore now. Joystick not plugged in properly. Yeah, that's what it was. I love cherries. Another summer of my life where I won't be able to have cherries again. Oh well, great, isn't it? So as long as you escape from them from the start. Ah, come on, that really fucked me up, that did. Come in, you bastard. Ah, shit. They're gonna get their revenge. They're gonna get their revenge. Oh, fuck. She. That's what I used to say when that happened. God damn it. Controls are so... You need an arcade quality joystick in mint condition for this game. Look how much time I'm wasting doing this shit. That was pure luck. If I happen to get anyone on here, he's going away from me. Missed out on the cherries again. Blame Boris Johnson for the cunt. So they always follow you the same bloody way. Yeah, this is a knackered zipstick. So you get quite a lot of warning with the flashing business. It's a bit confusing because one of the ghosts is actually blue. So yeah, £2. I'll have to check the date when this came out on the cassette. Oranges, I need the vitamin C, sir. Well, that might have been a mistake. It was a mistake. But only because of the control map. Now we have to get over here and have to waste that one. I'm going to go and kill the ghost now. Yeah, £30 for this on you know, Atari Soft cartridge, or £2 from Mastertronic. Erwin M. Fletcher, you choose. Ooh, I think I just won $1 million. So if it wasn't for the finicky controls, it'd be fine. Ah, that was a mistake. That's a brilliant game. And it has been tested. So I guess that's this one done and dusted too. Right, what else can we sort out now? I already feel like bloody smoke. Bastards. Here it is. Right, where's my glasses actually? You know why I can't be bothered? You look it up online, but that was really why home computers did not sell less than consoles in the UK and probably the rest of Europe, but I don't really know about the rest of Europe. Now this is another game I bought. I believe I bought this at Wood Green at the same time as I bought that horrible fucking Indiana Jones game. And to be honest, this £2 game was probably better than that £10 game. I can't remember what that game is called now. It's got a specific name, but you know the one I mean, the first one for the C64. is a terrible, terrible game. The only good thing about it was the music. I would actually load that up if I had a copy of it, but yeah, nah. I still remember going up and down those escalators in the shopping mall, big shopping centre, and going to W.H. Smith's, which is where I bought the games from. So it must have been around Christmas time, and I would have got me Christmas money. So here we go, we've got another nice loading screen here. Puts many full price mid-80s game loading screens to shame. Even late 80s, because games got worse. Yeah, we also went to Wendy's, so I had a burger and fries and either strawberry or banana milkshake. I wasn't vanilla or chocolate inclined myself. Banana was my favourite, sometimes strawberry. Chocolate if they haven't got either of them, and never vanilla. I don't buy vanilla milkshakes. Now of course, because the freezer's stuffed full of food, I haven't actually bought any ice cream. There could be a slight problem. And also we need to start eating stuff out of the freezer anyway, so you know, I can get, you know, ice tray cube things, ice cube trays even, in there, and you know, the small bottles of water, those bottles filled with God knows what, stuck in the freezer. Better not to put cans in the freezer. I have forgotten about cans in the freezer. Seem to remember my mate, he rented out a couple of rooms in his house to these two students. That does not look good to me. That does not look good at all, sir. Not at all. I'm not happy about this, but luckily I've probably got about 5 copies of this. So. That's a fail. Just like the COVID attitude of probably 80% of this country. I've decided I'm moving country, mate. If I fucking live long enough to outlive my cats, after that I'm just going to sell the house and move to another country where you don't need £1 million to have like you know, a 3-bedroom property surrounded by a couple of acres of land. See, that's the kind of money you need here. That's really what I want. I don't want anyone near my fucking house. I want to live out in the sticks where the shops are always empty. There's not enough people in the local population to fill up a Tesco superstore. Yeah, that's living, mate. Did I forget my fucking water again? I may have. See, I poured out the water. Then I went to the shops because I forgot to put it back in the fridge. And come back. Only went out to the shops to use a cash machine. Anyway, so I come back like half hour later from that. Might have to sacrifice one of my joysticks to get a spade connector so I can fix the indicators on my car. But then again, I'll hardly be driving my car, but at the moment I put the new bulb for the brake light in there, and now, because the indicators were working as far as I can tell, but maybe not actually. Can't remember if I tried the indicators. I know it didn't come up with a warning after I swapped the bulbs round. So when I did put a bulb in for the brake light, the warning come back on, and well, the indicator problem hasn't been fixed, although the bulb was blown for the indicators. It's going to be a bit of a problem. So I think anyway, come back, and then the cats were like indicating that they were quite peckish, very subtle, not. So I then had to feed them, and then we saw a cat that was sitting on the boot of one of my classic cars that you can see from the kitchen. And I had to do a bit of a double take. So I was like, well, hang on a minute, has Jonesy got out of the bloody house? Is he in the garden? So I was like, I looked at the window, I was like, nah, the window hasn't been pushed open. Yeah, this doesn't load. That's funny, innit? The one that we thought was fucked. It's a shame, because it's quite a nice game. I mean, technically we've seen the loading screen. It's probably the pinnacle of Gravitar, Jupiter Lander kind of games, I would say. I was just waiting for the tape to get to the end so I don't have to bother rewinding it. It's that kind of lazy day. So I could play that bit later. So we got a classic now. Classic piece of shit? Yeah, that too. Oh, fuck off. This one ain't been rewound either. That fucking arsehole. So yeah, anyway, that was a bit of a weird moment. Because Claudia's brother, who didn't make it, he was ginger with like white paws and a bit of white under him, bless him. And Jonesy and Adamski's sibling, two male siblings that also didn't make it from that litter. Yeah, I don't like it when he does it. One of those was also the same. And because this cat did have a face that looked like Jonesy, that was kind of weird. Now if I was a thick cunt, or you know, it was 15,000 years ago, you might imagine that the big tree there had given a new life to that kitten, and it had resurrected and come back to life and then grown into, because the weird thing is it looks exactly the same sort of age as like my cats, so that was really weird. Anyway, I saw the cat in the rest of the garden, but obviously that did not happen. Fortunately, those three poor kittens that didn't make it, they're still buried under the apple tree. That's another thing I've got to look forward to. After about, I think it's about after 3 days, or is it a week, you're going to be coughing up loads of phlegm. Well, you got to get the tar out your lungs, mate, innit? That's what happens when you quit smoking. Your body starts to excrete 25 years worth of toxins. So, yeah, problem is, sitting here bored out my fucking nut, thinking I should have a roll up now, which I shouldn't, but don't really put you in the mood to do any kind of like heavy manual labour work that I need to do to carry on with the work in the house. So it's really fucked me up. However, it will get done. I don't know if it's kind of late to start masking up for painting because I have to sleep in that room. So that's one of those things where it's going to have to be painted first thing in the morning. Hopefully on a day that's as sunny as this, and then it should dry out. by the time I go to sleep. It's only water-based paint. When I do the skirting boards and shit like that, ooh, that is definitely a case of, I don't know, maybe 2 days sleeping on the crap Tesco value mattress. But it's actually badged Silent Night. And people, arseholes on you know, the website that sell them, major mail order company stroke chain store. They all gave it the thumbs up. It had like 4 out of 5 or some shit. So I bought it because Silent Night are meant to be good. I used to have one when I used to do night shifts for Midland Bank. That was a very comfortable mattress. And it's shit. It's like those shit, you know, 50 quid mattresses you get from the corner shop. You know, you have like little shops that sell like beds and, you know, carpets and mattresses and shit like that. Don't know where they put it all. Anyway, so it's going to be tough. Now I could unpack one of my Amigas, but I haven't found all the games, you know, the crack discs with the games that I like on there. I've only found about half, and sadly that only includes Lotus 3, not Lotus 2. I'd like to play things like Lotus 2 when I unpack an Amiga. That would help pass the time. I was actually looking at, I don't think this is going to load because that looks a bit fucked up there. Maybe we shouldn't have the tape deck right next to the CRT, I don't know. But the CRT gun magnets are further back, so... I used to have the C2N on the left hand side of the C64. It was just enough space for a C2N, a C64 and a 14-inch portable TV on the right hand rear corner at, you know, a 45-degree angle to the C64. Maybe 38 degrees. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. I'm pretty sure this ain't gonna work now. I don't remember graphics like that. It turns out the read errors, where it said like read error B, I think it was on side B of Get Dexter on the Amstrad. That has that's like a specific error code. It's not like read error on block B. That is read error. Instead of saying read error 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., they say A, B, C, D. So I could look that up and give me an indication of whether it's an alignment problem or the heads are failing. I think the one that loaded the games, well, loaded a couple of games. I think it was that one, but maybe the games I've actually got, they're okay condition, but maybe it only loaded in mint condition games, because I tried quite a few. Wow, these cars are getting smaller. These millennials are such a bunch of losers. They'll have cars the size of a fucking wheelchair before long, mate. Fucking knob jockeys, a lot of them, mate. These are very good. I thought, yeah, play Munch-mania, play a bit of 1985 it was, yes, not 1984. Munch-mania was before 1985, the game, you know, 1985 the day after, that's the full title. And I don't know if it was actually in 1984 or 85, because Mastertronic started in 84. I believe it was like kind of around the end of summer, start of the school year. Yeah, it was a surprise. I'm so lazy I can't be bothered to rewind the tape, so I just let it go forward. I mean, there was a possibility that it just didn't, you know, load part of the picture properly, and that got corrupted and the rest of it would load. But what am I doing? Yeah, because I'm thinking in my head I should just load these off the SD to IEC, but it's not the same. So anyway, the desk we're going to build, I can get a rough idea of you know, the size of the desk I have to build, because we're going to have other computers in other rooms and one C64 in another room. So yeah, it's my problem. See, we've just loaded 2 different games after Munch-mania, and neither of them have loaded so far, and I've tried both sides of one of them, and we're on the second side of the other one already. So is there anything wrong with the tape decks in the CPC? Now it also turns out there are different motherboard revisions of the CPC. So the one that I've got, which has got the well, it's got broken keys on the keyboard, I believe that's the one that's different. No, I'm not sure actually, because of the way they are. Let's have a quick look. Right, okay. Yeah, the one that's got the broken keyboard, you have to put them all 3 the same way, but yeah, the one with the broken keyboard is a completely different motherboard. That's the one that won't power on. So that's a stroke of luck. The other 2 are the same. So as long as the you know, they haven't changed the connector. Look at that picture, mate. That's just great. That is. That's all the smokers in the UK once the fucking selfish millennials give them COVID legally, even though you can't blow smoke in their face. It's actually quite nice. Now the car looks shit. I don't know about it. And it looks alright until you look at his face. And he looks like that Mask character in that Eric Stoltz film. Not the Jim Carrey film. The one with Cher and Eric Stoltz. It's kind of like an 80s version of the Elephant Man. The Elephant Kid, they could have called it, or anyway. That's what it looks like. So yeah, actually, if you kind of cover up about this much, it's actually a great picture. So you just need to fix this area here, and that'll be quite interesting. And actually, that's okay. Now, not so much. That needs a bit of work, but everything else can stay. Yeah, it's really, even the windscreen is okay. It's just all this business here. The wheels are okay, but this, trying to do these things here in multicolour, that's never going to work, mate. Doing it at that angle, it's a bit shit anyway. I think, you know, the Jim Sachs Amiga pictures, you know, the various Porsches that Jim Sachs did. Yeah, you might as well just have one of those straight across there down the bottom, you know, however the scale is going to go, and you know, really, you'll have to cut the computers off about here, and this can stay, and this you can replicate. I did want to get a mouse and an art package for my C64. I think it was by late 85 I wanted to like start trying other things, and that interested me first. But I did want the full music expansions system from Commodore, which included the you know, the full size keyboard that you connected to the you know, the SFX cartridge, the sound expander thing. Because I used to see that in the shop. Can't remember what the name of the shop was. It's the one next to BT's in Southgate, near the underground entrance. Which was very convenient, because when we used to go to pick up my sibling, who worked in a certain building society or bank, I can't remember, and so obviously I was a school kid then. I was a younger one, not an unemployed loser, and my dad, he used to work abroad. So when he was back, that's when he, like, you know, picked my sibling up after work in Southgate. So there was I can't remember anymore if it was an actual video shop or if it was a newsagent's kind of, you know, convenience store, sweet shop and magazines kind of place that also did videos. I honestly can't remember. And you know what, if I asked anyone else in my family, like, they'd just look at me funny. It's like, how the hell would I remember that? Anyway, so we rented June from there. I remember that's one film we definitely rented from there. This would have been like mid-80s, but there was a computer shop there, and I used to go in there. They had a Commodore 128 in the window, and they never had an Amiga 1000. They had the usual C64 Spectrum Amstrad, but they also had Atari ST. Because I remember, I think I at least bought Defender of the Crown for the Atari ST in there. So that was the big popcorn box, the very first version. Didn't buy International Karate from there. I bought International Karate from Lasky's. It didn't fucking work. I had to take that back. But luckily that was in the Enfield town. So, and we used to go there for lunch anyway. So I think that was 1986 too. I can't remember actually. What is all this traffic? Oh yeah. Oh yes! VH, return to base immediate. Why'd they have to say it like that into the sampler? That's not me, by the way. I'll be crashing even sooner than that. And certainly at a lot slower speed. So this is an absolutely shit game that has been polished to infinity. Now, I said that about another game recently. I said it's a shit game that's been polished to... Oh, it's a Wild Bunch, yeah. So this is kind of like the racing game equivalent of the Wild Bunch. tiny fucking screen. I just want to hear the music. Oh, you can go backwards. I didn't know that. I used to get cocky, and then you forgot it's got the handling of an American V8, not a BMW V8 M3 GTR. You don't get to hear the music unless you play the game. This is a real cunt. Ah, it's ridiculous. Look how fucking small that is. It's like those stupid films that get released on like fucking VHS tapes and they had a screen like this. And I'll fuck off. I'm trying to get to a stage where I'm like almost stopped. You know what? Where's the bloody quick shot turbo? That's what we used to play this game with. Like 3 times, and then from then on you'd only load it up to hear the music, but you can't hear the music on the title page. That's a big mistake. So it's left to accelerate and right to brake and reverse, and up and down to rotate clockwise and anti-clockwise. And you are going to have to fucking loop the loop. It's like fucking Tour de France. You know, the game from Activision, it's like that one milk race. Except you've got to control the car with this shit fucking control method. So this is exactly how I would have had to play it. I'm fucking pushing back. What's he accelerating for now? Have we got any other games to try? I may have tried this because the tape is not rewound, looks a bit mashed up. So I won't bother loading that. Oh, I hate it when you can't rewind the bloody tape. I have a few copies of Slicks, actually. Literally a few copies. Where are the other ones though? Yeah, I went to load up Pyjamarama, but I could only find everyone's a Wally. I don't have any nostalgia for that, and I like the music on Pyjamarama. Well, I used to. Yeah, where's all my copies of Slicks? I've only got one there. Yeah, go $2.99 for that shit, and you're not even allowed to hear the music when you're not playing the game, which is what they do with Panther as well. And Panther being in my top 3 SIDs of all time. They're not in any order though. Now I think I played Hunchback with a Point Master joystick. Thrust refused to load, although we have cleaned the tape heads since then. Let's give Thrust another go. Who's that fucking piece of shit there? There's always some piece of shit in front of my house. Fuck off, mate. Fuck off. So actually I've got loads of fucking sweets and crisps and chocolates because I'm going to be quitting me smoking. Now, I think with all the hard work I've been doing, I think I deserve one of these. I kind of wish I'd bought more than one packet of these now. Wee, party rings. Foxes. They're like iced biscuits. The reason I like them is because they taste like iced gems. That's not a good sign. Maybe it's a side that don't work. They taste exactly like iced gems. In fact, I ate one of these biscuits and I could see what iced gems looks like. Yeah, it's not going to work. At least we got to the loading screen. Yeah, they're very nice, them things. You just woken up and realised that the C64 is on, mate. Come on then. Should be able to see him. There he is, there he is. Right in front of the Mega Drive. I believe he prefers Mega Drive to SNES. Something about blast processing. Well, the tape texture stopped, so. Fucking hell, 44 minutes and 6 seconds. So he cleaned the tape heads, and this doesn't load at all now. Well, I don't want to fucking play Thrust from disc. Even if it was released on the original disc and I had that on disc, I still wouldn't want to play it. I probably should have tried lining up the camera now. Now, I did say World Series Baseball did load, but I think we're saving that one. I'm going to have to save that one. I have to go back to Whizball, give that a bit more of a try. Probably off camera. Yeah, for some reason this tape's absolutely fucked now. Is this not like the same version? Let me just take this thing off. Well, what the hell are we gonna do? Alright then, we'll try Slicks. Probably take 15 minutes to fucking load anyway. Rewound? Yeah, yes it fucking is. Yeah, where are the other two copies? look, there's another copy of Phantom of the Asteroid here. Oh, I don't really want to play that. That should be okay. So yeah. Another one for the retirement fund, sir. 3 copies of Slicks. I think they're all in mint condition. I could be wrong, but yeah. Yeah, all 3 of them are in mint condition. I didn't buy them together. I didn't pay a fucking fortune for them either. There's very few games that I never got round to buying before I stopped collecting. So. It's a bit iffy, buddy. What are you going to do with the chocolate wrapper? Huh? Want. Giving you a real-time relay voice saying want. You can tell it's summer because you can hear all the shit-tasting music. Is the tape still going? No. What do you want me to do about that, mate? You want it again and again, just in case I forgot. Oh, and did you know I want this thing? Yeah, that's what cats mean, you know, when some people call it face bumping, but basically it's when they're rubbing their jowls and putting their scent on your like knuckles. I wonder if that sample, I don't know if I can give you this, buddy. You might chew on it and then what the hell we gonna do? We're gonna be picking out bits of foil from your poo. I won't be doing that. But I will be noticing them and getting worried. Nah. What else we got? Ooh! I think this goes perfectly with a Codemasters game. What a budget C64 game actually. These are called Tunnock's tea cakes, alright? There they go. They're basically posh wagon wheels for working class people because they cost more than wagon wheels and you get less actual food in each box, you know, by weight. No, this one's broken. No, but look, it's a nipple. Suck on that, Boris, you cocksucker. There you go. There's just marshmallow inside. They're probably dirt cheap to make. That's what annoys me about why they're so expensive. You want this one, buddy? There you go. Telling me he wants it, and again, and again. Good thing I don't eat my biscuits with that hand, isn't it, mate? Or open the lid of my water bottle, which may or may not have water in it, but bloody hell. There we go. Usually it has sparkling water. Right, here we go, reset counter. I have, and press the space bar, here we go. Zipstick, where are you, mate? retirement fund has just swelled greatly. Yeah, I want the noise. It's like playing with them like really small cars, the ones that are smaller than Matchbox cars, like the ones you get in like Happy Meals in the 70s. Bloody hell, a bit of Lewis Hamilton there with the old luck. Ah, nah, I done a Mike Schumacher. Yeah, I haven't watched the race from yesterday. Was it Saudi Arabian Grand Prix? Here we go. Crash into them, innit? Stop crashing into me. Ah, you asshole. Ah, fuck, he crashed into me. That's disgusting the way they drive. Ooh. Once you get used to the controls, they're fine. Ooh. And without the seething anger of the fact that hardly any of the cracks on disc work for SD to IC. Yeah, I'm just getting angry thinking about that. Nah, still lost. Right, here we go. Ah, bloody hell. I was hoping to do a bit of a shortcut there. As long as I can see them now, I know which way the road is going to be going. But I think if you keep hitting them, it's you that gets knocked out of the race, not them. And they don't brake or anything, if you notice. They'll like hang on to your back wheel and try and give you a puncture, which is just rude. I feel like fucking Jensen Button, mate. I'm racing the back markers. This is shit. Yeah, I know I'm 6. Don't rub it in, Mr. Computer. Yeah, I think it's okay to go over the curbs, but not crash into buildings. I think he loads 3 races at a time. This is one hell of a budget game. This is probably the best budget game on the C64 if you know, don't hate racing games, because it is brilliant. Like the tininess of the, it's like sensible Formula 1, it really is. I'd like a very easy track to drive so I could actually attempt to overtake them. So I might have to start drinking if I stop smoking. I've been saving me liver for this day, sir. Although I didn't buy it anywhere near enough alcohol. Get off me, little dick. See, just trying to avoid them causes me to have an accident. See, I could have had a real accident there. Get away. Yeah, beep indeed. I've only overtaken 2 fucking cars. It's so easy to cook it on this thing. See, now that they're away from me, I'm going to crash now, so I'm not saying anymore. Yeah, I can't even see the other cars, they're not even in view at the moment. Ooh. See how now I'm trying too hard. Bloody hell. That was risky. Better have a biscuit, that was that risky, that was. Yeah, see, I'm trying to like catch up with the others, but we're going to have to settle for fourth. A pretty nifty bit of Monaco quality chicane work there. Actually, the Dreamcast had a really nice Formula 1 game. As long as you don't blow up. Hey! You see that? It come crashing straight into me. I hear the warbling, wobbly tape loading. This game is fiendishly expensive on, you know, well, it only came out for the C64 actually, on eBay, I was going to say. But, hey buddy, look under me, I'm trying to walk. I think a banana eclair and a double-ended banana for Boris the Cunt Johnson and Saeed the cocksucker Javid. See what I did there? Cock goes into cunt. Joined at the genitals, them fucking losers. I might as well stop the camera here and start it here, although the camera's moved now. So all those times when I avoided going to the shops, I was absolutely correct. Le Castle. I presume that means the castle. I ain't fucking loaded. And we've got to check out the camera. That lined up. Yeah. Buddy, now it's not really a good time for me. We're in a championship situation, buddy. Bloody hell. Yeah, you don't need to hear the sound effects, you've heard them already. Imagine you could buy like remote control 1 centimetre Formula 1 cars and it came like with some sort of roll-out map and you drove them on there. That's kind of what it's like with this thing. No, not the bloody tail again, please. Buddy, that's quite an important area. I can't see where I am. Chocky. Little shit, it might never load again. What game was that? I did that with one game and I tried to load the tape again. It's never loaded again. Oh, fucking who dares wins, isn't it? Loaded once off camera on one side of the second tape that I've tried. And never loaded again, not once. I'm blaming you, mate, that's your fault. Yeah, that's close enough. Look, everyone gets a point. It's millennials. We need the luck of the Hamilton. Oh, look, they've gone to town with the extra cars there. Oh, that's a bit iffy. I'm being put off by my cat making funny faces at me in my peripheral vision, which doesn't work, luckily. Why hasn't Charlie Brooker done anything good lately? Was that a good lap? Was that a bad lap? It's a shit lap. Mad Commodore, you're shit at work. Loads. And I've got 3 fucking copies of it. That's all that really matters, mate. And you can't play it on SD to IC, and you know how I feel about playing C64 games on a fucking emulator. For a start, I don't like using Windows PCs. What bastards. See, when they do that, they kind of fuck up your steering. That's annoying. But they're not intelligent enough to stop doing it. They're like naughty kids. It is very much like toy F1. They probably weren't even allowed to call it Formula anything, just in case, because it is. By this time, you know, the fuckers at FOCA, etc., and FIA, Federale Internacional Automobilia, I believe that's what it means. But the great thing about this game is you don't have to win the race to like do the whole Grand Prix, so it doesn't matter how badly you do. It's a practice and a race at the same time. It's genius. But yeah, it is literally like toy Formula 1. It's brilliant. And once you get out of the anger of, you know, trying to find a copy that fucking works on a real... Yeah, let's not get into that. But yeah, you got to play this with like a zip stick or something like that in mint condition. On a little CRT TV. On a real C64, obviously. Ooh, that was a bit iffy. We nearly hit the arm co. You've heard the legs and co? Yeah, that was Kenny Everett. I'm sure it was Kenny Everett that was a mystery reviewer for that CVG advert for Thorny MI software. He picked like 6 games or something. Gonna have to like find that one. But, we're currently at the pre-Saturn, pre-PlayStation 1, even in Japan, launch. But it's well known that it is going to launch like in a few months' time. One of them, I believe the PlayStation was first. Or was it the Saturn? The Saturn launched earlier in the UK, but they had fuck all games worth buying. Virtua Fighter 1 Remix. Actually, it might have just been Virtua Fighter 1. Clockwork Knight. What else did they bloody have? See, when he does that, he kind of like puts you off on the handling a bit there. So you do make up time by cutting the corners, you know, going on the racing line. It's brilliant. In fact, you could easily hack this game engine and make all the graphics isometric if you're careful. And, stop it, man. And make an isometric racing game. And it looked better than that unreleased Amiga one that I've been waiting 30 fucking years to see. And I saw it the other day and I'm like, this is shit. It looks like slicks in isometric. That's how shit the graphics are. Certainly not fucking Millimiglia from the arcade. If I actually managed to overtake someone, that's the thing. It's a brilliant racing game. You would get used to the handling. Overtaking is going to be tricky. And I'm never going to win a Grand Prix on this, I doubt. But you never know. Most important thing is this game costs a fucking fortune for a mint condition copy that actually loads as well. Wow, the you know, the tussles. They're as acrimonious as Senna versus Prost at McLaren when they're both at McLaren. That's how bad that is. That was the last lap, I'm sure it was, yeah. Yeah, so, oh, well, we're almost above fucking the lowest possible score. Oh, fucking hell. And what would it have if it was me? Rewind tape to 0-0. Wow, that's not much at all. There's only like 27 or 28 on the tape counter. There we go. Don't even know if that was lined up most of the time. It's close enough, mate. Close enough. Yeah, look, that's brilliant. So we had a banana. Not like that. We had one of the party rings. Not like that. What kind of chocolate we got? Chocolate is great. It's a great mood enhancer, chocolate, I tell you, mate. All the other things are biscuits. Oh, and I've got my actual healthy stuff. Dried fruit and peanuts. Probably would have had something like this around Christmas time. Very traditional. Yeah, it's only 10 digits there. Right. This is a £100 cassette game on the C64 now, mate. Fully working. This is probably the most tricky track of all. The first one. I cannot play this game on emulators. I can't play it on a real C64 either, it would appear. Such a terrible score. Oh, look how much. Terrible. I can't remember if there's any gameplay footage. Oh no! Any gameplay footage of this game at the start of this video now. It's only 11 minutes in, but a brilliant game. And it loads, and I've got 3 copies. I have to keep this copy separate. So it's quite a lot of game to load, but not that much data for the multi-load. They even done the multi-load better than Ocean. The cocksuckers, never mind US Gold.